Hi everyone, Jumpstart. I'm glad to be with you. Whether I can be there physically or not, I'm also be happy to be on vacation with my family. So I recorded this a couple days ago so that you could have the information and that no one else would have to give the presentation for me since they're already overloaded and giving you all kinds of fantastic, outstanding time. Today we're going to be talking about how to organize your doTERRA life. We all get really, really overwhelmed with so many things that need to be done for business and for personal. And it's easy to get in the mode of thinking that there isn't any time left, that we're strapped for time to get the things that are really important to us done. And I know that in other presentations, you're hearing about putting the big rocks in your jar first and putting the smaller things in later. So I'm going to show you how to, one way of scheduling those things, and I'm going to introduce 3 tools that can make putting those rocks in the right place a really easy thing to do. At least it works for me, so I'm sharing what works for me. I'm going to share my screen now and go to a presentation that I made just for this purpose. All right, here we see a weekly schedule. This is something that Elise Chedevy has shared with us over the years. And what she recommends is that on this weekly schedule, there are 6 different things that you put into your weekly calendar. And she says do them regularly so that you know when your free times are, when they're not. The 6 things are teach oils classes in the 101 introduction format. She said, map out 2 hours during the week to put that in. That usually takes care of drive time. And then the second thing she says to do is a business builder training. The ideal time is to tack that on after that 101 class because we know how hard it is to get people into a room. And so if you've got people there already for learning about the products, then why not just do the same thing for people who are wanting to learn about the business as well. Now that business builder training is not a full-blown, let's dig in deep into the compensation plan. It's more like what is residual income? And you can even use the buckets versus pipeline analogy story as part of that. How does it work? Could that look like for you? And then maybe just the high level parts of the compensation plan, including the fast starts and the power of 3. So then the third thing to do is the continuing education classes. Now that's for you to keep up with things that you're learning. For other people to be keeping up with how to use their products in better ways or more ways, that continuing education class can look like one that's already created. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel if something already exists. So there's an 8-week class that's available out there with materials and everything. Super easy, very, very helpful information. You can go online and get that or ask your upline. And then the 4th thing to be putting into your schedule every week is a team call. Now you may not be having the team call with your team yet, at least by the time you're diamond or maybe even higher, you should probably be having enough people on there to do that. But right now we have access to Monica Goodsoul's calls. Those are on every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. And then the 5th thing to do is to have our coaching sessions. There's strategy sessions listed here. These go both ways. So you want to always have a mentor to talk with every week, kind of keep you accountable, keep you apprised of what's out there in the doTERRA world, and help guide you in growing your own business. And then you want to work with your builders as well. So you'll schedule those out throughout the week. Now, there are some theories out there that it's a really good idea to try to do that all in one day. So maybe Mondays, you could stack all those up one after another and just take the whole morning and just get all of your coaching done in one day. I happen to spread it out throughout the week because that's what works better for my leaders' schedules. And then the sixth thing to do is to do the contacts and follow-ups. We're going to call the Power Hour. This is going to be your best friend in growing the business. In fact, they say, Diane Shepherd says, if you do this every week for 30 days, you will grow your business more than you have ever done it before. We'll go into more of that later. But this, as you can see, if you put all of the top things that you need into your week, it only takes a total of 14 hours. You have your entire Sundays for family days and self-care, and you can fit in other things as needed, or you can use the rest for all your other life duties. Okay, the next tool that I have found to be extraordinarily helpful is some sort of app for notes. Sometimes people use an iPhone, but a PC, or sometimes they have all Macs, sometimes all Android items. So find some sort of notes capability that you can use across those different platforms. For me, I use the iNotes on Mac products. So the minute that I put into my notes something, it appears on my laptop, my desktop, and my phone, and my iPad. That makes it really, really easy, depending on what you have with you and what you need to do with the information, to have it available. It also gets rid of okay, I've got a notebook for this, and I've got miscellaneous notes that I grabbed over here, and I have sticky notes all over the place, and oops, I wrote that on the back of an envelope and I can't find it. This has saved me. I have tried pretty much everything, including the bullet journals, which I love. They're so cool and they're so organized, but the bullet journal is handwritten, and so it's not with me when I just have my phone. So I prefer doing that same idea on the notes now, and I would invite you to try that as well. And a fantastic quote by Elise Chedevy is, when we plan and be consistent with the plan, we get amazing results. It sounds overly simplified, but it is the slight edge idea that we keep going forward with the little teeny things, and then it gets us to the very, very big achievement. Okay, let's come to Power Hour. This is my favorite new finding of all the tools that are out there. If you do nothing else, please, please, please fall in love with Power Hour. Make it your friend. Make it the best thing you've ever done for your business. This is available on YouTube. I invite you to take it down this address, because you can get more information than I have time to tell you today. Diane Shepherd recorded this, and it has been really, really helpful. 3 things that we're talking about here is, what are the 3 things that people who are successful in this business do every single day, all the time? They share and enroll new people. They teach those people how to use their products, and they teach people who are interested how to share and enroll with others. These are the 3 things that everyone's doing. This is what we're all here for. So given those 3 things, what's the best use of our time? It is not cleaning your office, which I really like to do on occasion because I work better, but I work it in outside my Power Hour. It's not organizing and alphabetizing your oils. It's not watching doTERRA videos. Now, that's a really, really good thing to do, because you can learn a lot about how to do the business, but it needs to be outside your Power Hour and at a different time. Memorizing your Modern Essentials books, do it, because that's going to teach you how to use your oils, especially when you first start out, but not in your Power Hour. Check your emails and text constantly. Search for people who are sick on Facebook. I know, I guess people do that. So what we instead want to do is, we want to do business building activities during our Power Hour. This includes scheduling classes and one-on-ones. What we're trying to do is get income producing activities in front of us. So we want to get in front of people. We want to share things. We want to get them to an event, things like that. You can call or text and invite people to your classes. You can contact or remind them of upcoming classes. Contact people to give them any samples if you know they're going through some sort of health issue. invite them to an event. And right now, you know, convention tickets are still available for the moment. So invite people, get people excited to go to that. That will change your life and their lives too, business or otherwise. Call and set up membership overviews. This is the best way to get people on LRPs. And as we know, that's the king of our business. Of course, holding classes. That's one of the biggest income producing events that we can do. Invite people who attended a class to come to an event, and invite people who enrolled to come to a membership overview or to continue on in their learning. Okay, so we've learned about our 3 tools. We know now how to schedule our weeks. We know where to put those all important power hours, and we know how to communicate with ourselves about what we did at each of those things in our notes. So now let's take another key piece of those income producing activities and let's do a tech splits. I will leave this to your instructors in the class, get this going, but I wish you all the best. Bye.